Good day. So let's start playing on ChatGPT. So let's say, for example, you have a quote and you cannot remember the whole quote. And then you come here to ChatGPT and you log in. And so here I asked ChatGPT, I said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb the tree, is a quote by Einstein. Do you know the whole quote? And ChatGPT then reply and see how it politely corrects me. And it's not only giving me the whole quote, which is what I've asked it, but it's actually correcting me and saying there is some debate about its exact origins. And then it gives me the complete quote, and then it explains to me the whole quote. And then, okay, so then now I'm in a conversation with ChatGPT. So this is not like just the old way of doing a search. I'm in a conversation and now I say, okay, well, great, that's nice. So please create a speech for grade 12 learner for the English oral class. And here it goes, and it gives me a speech, which, and now obviously this is my prompting here may not be correct because the teacher would have provided the learners with specific criteria of the speech, and you would have to put that in. Say it would have to be a 5-minute speech. It needs to include this and this and this and this. So yes, but this is just, I was just playing here. Okay. And then what you can see is that I can save my chat here. So I can come back to this. So now I left this chat here and I started with some other work. And then maybe now I remember, oops, I was still busy with this chat, and I can come back. So I don't have to now type in the whole chat again, start all from scratch. So let's see what happened, because it's now supposed to realize I'm talking about this and continue with this conversation. Okay, so I'm going to say, you said this quote may not be by Einstein. Who else may have said it? And let's maybe just try to do the spell check, but it's supposed to do it itself. And let's see what happens. Okay, so isn't this great? So it makes sure that we are on the right path. The quote, everybody is a genius. Okay, so just making sure, because I've been living this conversation now for a couple of months. So it's saying it's often attributed to Einstein, but there's no evidence that he actually said it. Okay, so it's not that there are people that saying that somebody else said it, it's just that there's no proof that it was actually Einstein who said that. Okay, great. So now I know that. Now I know that. Now I am going to have a conversation with Trevor Noah. I am a radio host. I'm going to have a conversation with Trevor Noah. And I'm going to ask Trevor Noah for a ChatGPT for a light bulb joke. And what do you think about the joke? So it says, Trevor Noah, um, refused to change a light. Okay, why did Trevor Noah refuse to change a light bulb? Because he's already bright enough to illuminate the whole stage. Now, I've actually been listening to a conversation, and the hosts of that conversation with Trevor Noah actually created asked ChatGPT for jokes, and he actually came up with quite a few. And Trevor Noah actually appreciated at least one of the jokes. So yes, and then like you can see, I can copy, I can say I like this, or I can say I don't like this. And if I say, and then if I click there, it will ask me to give additional feedback. So in other words, we are in the position to influence this AI. And I think as social workers, we have to make use of this opportunity. When we see something on ChatGPT, we have to comment on that. And if we see something like stereotyping, bias, anything like this, we need to raise that. We need to flag it. Okay, so let's start a new chat. And I am going to just, oh no, it's not going to work. I think the code is too long, did not read. And then let's see if I can click and enter. Okay, wait. Yeah. So now ChatGPT is confirming that what thing that I gave it stands for too long didn't read. It is often used to request a brief summary of a longer text or to provide a concise summary of a lengthy piece of content for those who don't have time or inclination to read the whole thing. Okay, so now it's asking me for more information. So let's see what it needs. Whether it needs me to say TLDR colon, or whether it would just do that. So on the guides on the Facebook group, I have posted this article. It's 28 pages. About algorithmic accountability. And as a social worker, we are going to be impacted by AI. So your employer may be asking you to use an AI tool. And you need to be aware of how it works, what the algorithms in that tool is, and what impact it may have. And even if you as a social worker are not asked to use a specific AI tool, your clients may be subjected to a tool, an AI tool. And you then need to be aware of these kind of issues regarding AI tools, regarding algorithms, and so that you can raise flags if this is subjecting your clients to bias, stereotyping, is in some way harming your clients. As a social worker, it will be your role to advocate for your clients who may not know how this tool is created and how it has been trained. Okay, so here is the PDF document. On the guides, I've posted the PDF as well as the link to where I found it. So I clicked on Control A so that it selects the whole, all the content. Now I say Control C, and it is supposed to copy then everything. Okay, so let's hope it copied it. And I come here and I say Control V, and there it's supposed to now paste the whole PDF. And let's see if I say enter, what happens. Okay, so it's asking me to reload the conversation and submit something shorter. Okay, which is kind of like, it's not telling me how short, how long it should be. Okay, I am going to stop the video now and I'm going to quickly play around with how long I can do this, and then I will continue the video at that point. Okay, so I asked ChatGPT to make me a summary of a 28 page document, and it then gave me an error message. So I then asked it, okay, so how long may the text that I provide be? And then it gives me like a standard answer, like, no, any length is fine. Okay, so as you can see, sometimes, just like with humans, you need some patience. So I said, okay, but I gave you a text of 28 pages and then you said it's too long. So how many of those pages can I load at a time? Okay, so it nicely then apologizes, and then, okay, it explains that it depends also on the difficulty of the text, and it is suggesting that I load, I think, 2 to 5 pages. Okay, so it says I must break it down. And then it's okay, but that doesn't help me because I don't know how many short bits should I now break it down. And then it says 2 to 5 pages at a time. So I'm very lazy, so I then copied 5 pages and I loaded that. And it then, there's the copy I loaded. So you can see that I'm lazy. And then now it gave me a summary. So here it says, I copied the first 2 chapters of the text, and now it's giving me a summary, and it says the text discuss algorithms, their increasing role in decision-making processes. It highlights how algorithms are used in various applications, and such as looking at CVs, allocating social services, deciding on promotions, assessing risk, and so on. And then it explains that algorithm saying, but we are neutral because it's AI, it's not humans who are looking at these things and come with their own biases. So the algorithm is supposedly neutral, but algorithms can in fact introduce bias due to factors like the social context in which they're created and the data used to train them. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, so the text then emphasizes the need for algorithmic accountability to address issues of fairness, transparency, and accountability. Then it also mentions technological redlining, a form of a digital discrimination that can impact civil rights and provide inequality. Okay, so colleagues, in other words, sometimes we look at the long document and we are like, okay, this is just too much. I'm not going to be able to take this in. So try to break it down. So apparently you cannot put in the whole document into ChatGPT. You will have to break it down then at least in chapters, but at least now you have a paragraph summary of the chapter. And now if you are going to read the chapter, you have a summary at least in your head and you can work adds that. Or if you then only have to respond to some of the chapters, if only some of the chapters are applicable to you, then you only have to respond to those. So maybe try that. Download the document that I shared in the guides. Um, select a chapter by chapter, put it into ChatGPT, see what summary it's giving you, then go and read the PDF document, and let's chat. How was the summary? Was it a good summary? Was it a bad summary? Did the summary help you to better understand and easier read the chapter? It's sometimes nice to know what a document is about before you read it. Is it helping you? Is it making your life easier? Was it making your life more difficult? And obviously, we had a little glitch here, but we are in the learning stages. Once you learn how to use ChatGPT, you would have not experienced the glitch. You would only have experienced the advantage of having a summary of a chapter before reading the chapter. Let me know. What did you read? How did you find this PDF document? How was the summaries? Did it help you to understand the documents easier? Oh, and what is the jokes that you generated using ChatGPT? GPT. Oh, and before I end this video, I also quickly opened Bard, and remember I'm working on Edge, so please try it also out in Chrome and let us know what is the difference. So I said TLDR, and then posted the content of the PDF here into Bard. Bard then generated a summary for me, and it's a little bit longer summary. Oh, and it is okay. So I think this source, it's actually picked up from the document here. But notice what is nice about Bard here. It's giving me an option to try another draft. Okay, what I'm worried about is it's giving me sources. So I'm not sure whether it actually went and did a summary of the text that I've put in, or whether it created just as an answer to a question. This would be very interesting to know this, because it's giving sources, but it's giving the PDF document is one of the sources. That there it is. So it might be interesting. Is this actually a summary that it's given me, or was it just generating? Did it see this as a question and generated a reply? But what is interesting is that I actually have 4 different drafts here. So if it is in fact a summary, it's nice, because if I needed to provide a summary to, say, my manager about a document, I can then choose which one of the summaries makes most sense. So please go and do this and come back to me. Did Bard provide us with a summary, or did it just provide us with a reply that saw our request as a question? Let me know. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. And it seems I'm not getting done with this video. Okay, so I then now asked Bard, I said, okay, is the above response by you a summary of my text or did you generate this content? And then it responded by saying the above response is in fact a summary of your text generated by me. And see how cute I have tried to capture the main points while also providing some additional context and explanation. And that's maybe why then it's providing the other resources. So it read what I said, it added some resources, provided additional context and explanation. And it also tried to make my response objective and unbiased, which is nice. Colleagues, this is maybe something that you should copy and paste. And when you ask a question on ChatGPT and Bard, is to add that as part of your prompt. Try to make the response objective and unbiased. There you go. Please go and play. I hope you enjoyed. What documents did you summarize? How did it help you?